Okay, welcome back. Episode 4, season 2, called Through the Fire. The episode starts with the boys. They in New York, and as soon as they go up the steps, it's the camera focuses on a scripture from the Bible talking about judgment. And I think that's very ironic because seeing as though what's going on in the episode, a lot of people are judging Jace because they feel like he's a hoodlum and he's a thug. People are judging Crystal because they feel like Crystal is the one who set Coach Ward up to be beat up, and they think that they are her hitchmen. They are judging Cedar Cove because they feel like as a school, it's bad on their image that they got these hoodlums and these inner city kids. That's not how I feel. That's what they think. They feel like they got these inner city kids at this school just going around beating people up for no reason. They judging Ike because Ike just got that job, and now it's making it look like he backing the thugs. And then Mr. Lawson feel like they judging him because he the AD, and they think that he knew all of this stuff, and he trying to save face school because he don't want the blacks to look like they the hoodlums and that they ain't the innermost. Because he say if one ruined it for us, it ruined it for all of us. Ain't no more coming after that. That's how he feel. That was his logic. But either way, I don't want on a tangent because, I feel a way about Mr. Lawson sometimes. Sometimes it be the bougie blacks that make you want to act ghetto. I don't mind going into an establishment and being real classy based. All of us got a little urban in us. It'll come out every now and then. But it just, people like him, just like, it's giving UT uncle. It's giving Uncle Tommyana. He is giving Uncle Tom. The whole team, they not meshing. They not meshing. It's not flowing. The chemistry is not there. They are not moving as a unit. They are not moving in unity on the court. They are making turnovers. They are playing terribly. They are fussing each other out because everybody's on edge. Everybody is on 10. The tension is high and thick in the room. They don't know what's going on, but they know something in the milk ain't clean. So everybody is on the edge because of the news. After the game is over, Nick come in a room with Jace and Phil saying, I don't know what's going on. The Puerto Rican national team is looking at me. I got big things that's, falling in line for me. I don't need them to think I was no hoodlum and tied up in nothing because I was not there. We understand, Nick. We understand. So basically, when they get back to Maryland, Jace is feeling the pressure, okay? Jace have been saying since he was 14, he won't gonna say a word. I guess Gil was eating at him, and my boy go live on the TikTok and tells everybody in the universe that he is the one who banked Coach Ward. Crystal didn't have nothing to do with it. None of his teammates had nothing to do with it. Nobody was there. Nobody knew. And he did it with 3 people from his neighborhood. I don't know why Jace got on the internet and did that, but he shouldn't have, because I'm like, Jace, why did you do that? It would have all blew over in about a week. They would have forgot. It wasn't no open investigation. It wasn't nothing. It was just allegations. You can't, it was not enough proof, from Coach Warwick hearing that, let's go. It wasn't enough proof for him to make an allegation that all of them need to be investigated. It's been 4 years. How he gonna prove that they even did it? Then it was comments coming through on the screen. I guess, I don't know if they were from Twitter or from Instagram. It could have been TikTok live comments. I don't know. Saying Nick did it. I bet you Nick had something to do with it. Crystal is a thug. She a queen pin. It had all kind of stuff up there. So anyway, Jace goes live and tells them that Crystal is watching Jace live from her room She is pissed because she like, Jace, that was not a part of the plan. How could you do something like this? So Crystal was disappointed because Jace said again he won't go say nothing. So then Jackie is calming Jenna down because Jenna is pissed because she just was like, Jace, you just went on the internet and confessed to a felony and you just turned 18. So she thinking your future can be ruined because now you can be tried as an adult because you done got on here and confessed to a crime on the internet, on the World Wide Web. You done confessed to a crime. So while Jenna is going in on Jace, Jackie, all them J names, Lord Jesus, Jenna, Jackie, Jace. Anyway, Jackie has to calm Jenna down and say, girl, he was 14. And it was for Crystal. Jenna then composed herself because you got to think about it. That man violated Crystal. And Jace did what he thought was best. He said, I'm finna ride for my dog. He said, forget all them other people because I'm down for Crystal. Period. So, in the next scene, we see Jace in the car. He pull over. Crystal get in the car. Crystal looks at Jace and was like, bruh, what's up? She was like, I thought you said that you weren't going to say nothing. Now this has made the situation worse. Jace was like, it didn't make the situation worse. I got everybody to stop talking about you. I got everybody to stop talking about my teammates. He was like, I did it because I didn't want them talking about you like that. That boy is in love. He willing to tank his whole career for Crystal. Like, girl. Love that for you, Jace. But it's a hard decision. But I see where your heart was at. Jace kept saying we, and Crystal was like, there is no we. There can't be a me and you. There can't be. And Jace was like, when you say can't, and I was like, what was you gonna say, Jace? Finish the sentence. What was you gonna say? Let her know how you feel now. Don't hold. He held back. He didn't tell her. He didn't finish the sentence. She was just like, there can't be, never will be, won't be. Do you get that? Right? And he just is like, right. Oh, Jace's feelings was so hurt. He loved that girl so much. He can't even tell that girl how he feel because she was pissed. It was nothing he could do because he knew she was pissed. She wasn't going to hear nothing else he had to say after that, no way. So anyway, Crystal said, let me out right here. I don't want nobody to see me with you. And she get out and she walked the rest of her way to school. Jace got a lot on his mind. He is bogged down. He's breaking. He's breaking down. Alonzo gets Jace a lawyer. Jenna, Alonzo, and the lawyer meet. They talk about getting Jace off because basically, truth be told, the coach deserved it. Jace was 14. He was a young boy. And he did what he had to do because he couldn't go to nobody else. Jace reassures his teammates that he will not throw them under the bus. He tells them he's not gonna rat. He said, I can see everybody's, trashing me online. They ain't saying nothing about y'all, so y'all good. I'm not gonna say nothing. So then, I had a feeling that when all of this went down, Musa daddy knew that Musa was involved. He just didn't know how to approach the situation, but he knew something in the milk won't clean. Because he just like, Jace ain't going to go out and just dump nobody. And none of them knew. So we switched to the next scene, and Crystal is on a black talk with her boyfriend, Roger. And Roger is telling Crystal how ridiculous Chase has been, how his decisions was whack, how like, why would he do that? You got so much ride for you, Crystal. Like, why would he do that to you? He's supposed to be your friend or whatever. Like, just, talking junk. And so Crystal was like, well, he was trying to be my 24-hour person. Our coach talked about a 24-hour person, somebody that's there for you in crisis, that's down for whatever, will ride with you, will be there for you to hold you down, have your back no matter what. And Roger said, girl, that is stupid. I know y'all was young, but girl, that's stupid. And Crystal got up and left Roger. Rightfully so. Girl, cut him. Ask him, girl, he's a chop. He's a chop, sis. He's a chop. Because please, he don't even know Jace like that to be saying nothing like that. Jace loves you, girl, period. And she know it. She know it. That's why she got up. Because she know, like, how dare you? Everybody, it can't nobody talk about Jace but me. Period. So, Jace is in a car. He don't got nobody to call, so he called Jackie. Jackie ain't answering the phone. Jace is beating down the steering wheel because he's frustrated, he's aggravated, he's stressed out, he's bogged down, he's full of anxiety. His future is on the line. His mind is running a mile a minute. He don't know what he gonna do. So Jace goes to Howard where Jackie is. And basically, Jackie is trying to get Jace to just, let go, release. Woosah. You did what you did. He tells her that, can't was a word that he was trying not to use because he didn't want to limit himself. He didn't want to have that I can't do it mentality. And Jackie just basically says, well, at the time, the adults couldn't protect Crystal, but you could. You did something about it. So you have nothing to feel ashamed for because you did what needed to be done. Period. So Drew, Musa, and Jace do a podcast and talk about when they first fell in love with basketball. Jace says, when he's in the air, he feels like everything is just silent. It's just everything go blank. He's in the zone. He's in a space. And he said, and he just loves that feeling because it's like everything in the world cancels out and it's just him and basketball. Musa said he fell in love with basketball via hip-hop music. Every time he used to come from games, his daddy used to play hip-hop. Drew says he fell in love with basketball when he got his first trophy. And when he got his first trophy, he broke it, and his daddy always told him, you the trophy. Period. Next thing you know, Ike is having a conversation with Mr. Lawson, telling him that they need to do whatever to defend Jace. Jace is your student at your school. Not only is he a player, he's bringing all, first of all, to be quite honest, if we want to lay all the cards on the line, Jace is the reason the school is doing the school is doing well academically. But the academic money, to me, don't compare to the athletic money. Because the athletic money can roll in by the millions. Period. And so you got all these sponsorships, you got all these companies and these brands reaching out to y'all wanting to sponsor your school because of Jace. I guess like, y'all done used Jace all 4 years and you tell me this one mishap happened and y'all can't back him up? The athletic department, Jace needs to know that we're on his side, regardless of what he did. He want the athletic director want to question the team. He want Ike's like, no, you ain't questioning nobody. If anybody gonna question them boys, it's gonna be me and Meg and Raheem. Ain't nobody else questioning nobody. So they have a board meeting. And Ike said he's going to try to appeal. He's going to try to do the best he can to get Jace reinstated. Because at this point, Jace is suspended. He can't come to no games. He can't go to practice. He can't do nothing. He cannot show up. Period. So, the board have a meeting. And who in the room? CJ Daddy. Why is he on the board? Is he an alumni of Cedar Cove? I want to say that CJ daddy was that NBA player they was talking about in the beginning of the show. I saw something along those lines that I think that he was in line to be the coach, if I ain't mistaken. But then they ended up giving the job to Ike. I want to say that's what the T was. I'm pretty sure. I want to say that's what the T was in the beginning of the other episode, because I could have sworn, I can't remember CJ daddy's first name, but when we found out, I was like, oh, that's his daddy. Okay. He's supposed to be like an ex-NBA player or something, I think. But anyway, so people on the board, typical. Everything that was said was typical. It was pissing me off because I'm like, see, I don't want to say certain things because I don't want to sound insensitive, but it just be what it is, bro. Like, them people on the board don't want everything to do with Jace as long as Jace is making them a coin. But anytime, like, anything happens contrary to that, they ain't checking for Jace. Jace ain't nothing but just another to them. And that's just that. And it shows, talking about something. Well, regardless whether what he did was justified or whether, you know, the dude was being a pedo to Crystal, what Jay still did was a crime. And so I think that we shouldn't reinstate him. Talking about something, but can we win without Jace? Is Nick Mendez gonna be enough? Is CJ, because we got CJ coming up behind Musa. Is he enough to? I'm like, all of y'all need to stop. All of y'all need to stop. Just stop. Because this boy is young. He just turned 18. He's the star player. He's bringing your school all this press. And now something go wrong that you don't even know is for certain. Well, he kind of admitted to it, but whatever. You ain't looked no further to see what the T was, and you just kick him to the curb already. Please. So, the next upcoming game, Jason's not there. Jason's at the house. Musa, Phil, no, the little black society at their school, I forget what it's called. All I saw was the acronym black on it though. So I'm just gonna say Black Society. I don't know what the actual name of it is, but Jace was in it. So they decided to get t-shirts and merch made because they heard it was gonna be a demonstration at the game to try to make an example out of Jace, and they was like, no ma'am, baby, we not gonna have that. So they all have these shirts say we are Jace Carson, or we stand with Jace Carson, or something like that. And so they show up, and then they had some students had the nerve to, again, I over it, because like, how in the world they seen them students at the door when they came to the game? How they just gonna come in the game with a whole jail outfit and some chains on their feet, looking like chain gang? Don't, please. Piss me off. I was pissed because I'm like, ain't no way, for real. Sometimes I just feel like people of other persuasion are just insensitive, like all the way around. Please, like, why would you do that? But you were just all in his face trying to get a photo. Like, we gotta do that. But anyway, so Phil decides not to jump ball. He decides not to play. Phil take off his jersey. Musa take off his jersey. Drew take off his jersey. And they go and sit down and say, we stand with Jace. Of course, the other students are there. They standing with Jace or whatever. It's like a very high, tense, emotional game. So they say they stand with Jace. Then they send Royale and Nick, some other people in. Royale decides that he not gonna check in. He gonna go and sit down. And the only reason why Royale went and sat down was because in the past, it was a whole thing about trusting him, and they couldn't trust him. So I guess he tried to make himself seem trustworthy by joining them on the bench. That's the way it appeared. Because when they were all getting questioned on what they had to do or what they knew about the beating, Royale was like, they would never trust me with that type of information. And in the beginning, in the first season, Royale, when something happened, Royale was like, y'all don't respect me. Y'all don't think nothing of me. So I think he did that to prove a point. Nick is still standing off to the side in confusion. He don't know what's going on. CJ is just CJ. And then they send some other 3 players who we don't know in the game to fill in for everybody else who is on the bench. So at the end of the game, they ended up losing the game. At the end of the game, some reporters walked up to Drew. Some reporters walked up to Drew and was like, why did you decide not to play? Something about with Jace Carson. And Drew was like, because I was there that night with Jace Carson. And then Musa looked at Drew and Musa was like, I also was there too with Jace Carson. Okay, all these people, by the way, have had to sit down with their family and have agreed to not say anything to further do the damage of the school's image. But since they said my brother vouched for me, I'm not gonna let him not vouch. I'm not gonna not vouch for him. So they asked, who they asked? Royale. They asked Royale, was he there? Royale was like, no, I was not there. No, Royale didn't even say nothing, I don't think. Phil answered for Royale was like, no, he won't there because I was. And so he was like, we all stand for Jace, point blank, period. So there was a movement at the game. They started all chanting, we stand with Jace Carson. And so then, in the next scene, Crystal is in the gym practicing by herself. And some of the basketball players from the boys team at her school comes in and basically tries to bully her to get her off the court. They're talking junk to her. And then they was like, or what? You gonna get one of your henchmen or something like that? And so she went live and she was like, I'm tired of it. Crystal cleared the air. Crystal got on Instagram live and cleared the air. She said, y'all treat us like we ain't nothing. And by y'all, I'm thinking she's talking about girls because people seem to always throw women and women's sports and women in general off to the side when it is not beneficial to them. She was like, for most of the year, we play outside. She was like, but does anybody else care about that? No. So this is the only time when I can get practicing by myself. She was like, basketball is my sport. Not y'all. Y'all act like we did something to y'all sport. This is our sport. Our sport is not supporting us. Then she said, this is Jace's sport. This affects Jace all the way around. This is his sport. She was like, and if y'all, and then she started pointing the camera back at the guys. She was like, if y'all have a problem with me being in here, y'all gonna have to drag me off this court. I was like, I know that's right, Crystal. Let them know, girl. Let them know that you are not playing with them. And if y'all want to try anything, she is recording y'all and the whole world gonna see it. Because why? She the number 1 recruit in the DMV. So get with it. So they decided to leave and was like, girl, you doing too much. And so they leave. And so Jace is watching her live and Jace is in tears because he is touched because Crystal basically was like, y'all are mad at Jace and accusing Jace of things when nobody was there to protect me. He was the only one who was there to protect me. And so then that's for all them times that Jace protected and felt like he needed to protect Crystal. This was Crystal's moment to protect Jace because Jace was dealing with a lot of scrutiny and it was really taking a toll on him. And so he sat and watched Instagram and cried because I guess he wasn't expecting that from Crystal, and also because Crystal was mad at him and they have not been on the best of terms for this little duration that we don't know about because we still don't know what happened. So I'm guessing in the next episode, Jace and Crystal are going to have to speak about what happened because words were exchanged. Like, she basically was like, he protected me. And so I guess they're going to have to make amends, say sorry, do something. I don't know. But that was the end, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that episode. That episode, all of it was good. I just want to say, if you don't watch Swagger, to watch Swagger. Swagger is like one of the best sports TV shows that I have seen. And I just like the fact that it covers both men's and women's basketball because girls sports gets overshadowed all the time. And I think the story between Jace and his teammates is really good, as well as the story between Jace and Crystal, because everybody loves a good love story. Also, we got to run the numbers up because we want this to get a season 3. This show is too good to not get a 3rd season or to continue to get seasons. And Hollywood, pay the writers, pay the actors, pay the people, because how else are we going to have good content? Good content like this don't need to go to waste because people are being trifling. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned. I'll be back with review for episode 5. This is